We begin with the assembly for today's school event. We will start with the reading, followed by the hymn by the school choir, and then the school prayer.
The reading begins. Take from us, O God, all pride and vanity, all boasting and conceit. Give us, instead, the true courage that shows itself by greatness, the true wisdom that shows itself by simplicity, and the true power that shows itself by humility and modesty. The reading ends.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, Lord, your shining light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in parting that we are pardoned, in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Make me a channel of your peace. Make me a channel of your peace.
Please join your hands, close your eyes, and get ready for the school prayer. Almighty God, direct and prosper all that is done in this school. Bless our founders and governors, our teachers and friends. Grant that all who are in this school may work together for the good of each. In our work, give us the spirit of understanding and perseverance. In our prayers, the power to draw near to Thee. And in our games, true sportsmanship. Perfect the good work which Thou hast begun in us, that with all our power we may strive for the setting up of Thy kingdom in this world to Thy honor and glory. Amen.
Good morning to one and all present here. We are here today to celebrate the rank holders of the joint entrance exam held in July 2022. 3 of our students secured ranks within the top 1,000 and another 5 within the top 10,000. A total of 14 students passed the exam. Honorable Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani sir, the Director of FITG Limited, Mr. Mohit Sardana sir, our esteemed Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Neelu Lamba, teachers, parents, and the achievers present here, we welcome you.
Now we would like to call Arushi on stage to give a speech on her topic, student life. If I had the chance to describe my entire student life in one word, then it would be adventurous. Good morning, honorable guest, respected principal ma'am, and one and all present here. My name is Arushi Pandagre, and today I'm going to speak about student life. I believe a student is an equivalent of a soldier. Like soldiers fight for their country, we students fight for our future, no matter what the hurdles are. Our life is like a roller coaster, but in dark, just like Nitro. There are lots of ups and downs, and we don't know what's coming next. We keep getting pieces of advice from everyone, be it our aunties, parents, saying, we did so much of hard work for studying. Look at you, just sitting idly and doing nothing when you have everything. I want our elders to understand that the environment in which they studied was different than ours. We are having hundreds of inevitable distractions which are all ready to bring us down. We are surrounded by so many distractions, such as anxiety, mental health, stress, which cannot be removed from our life. What I have learned from my experience is that being consistent, disciplined, and motivated are the keys to good marks, which is directly proportional to our success. Let us take an example of the great Hiranandani group. Whenever we enter the Hiranandani estate, we are always in an awe due to its neoclassical European architecture, which makes it stand out. Not only that, but the regular cleaning, maintenance, and management is like a cherry on top of the cake. Hence, even though we have entered a renowned coaching institute, what makes an impact will be our regularity, our consistency, and discipline. Motivation is a very important part of my life. Seeing students reach great heights of excellence always pushes me to give my best. The students of Fiji who have now achieved a great ranks in IIT JEE exam are going to be my idols for my upcoming future. Student life has not been easy for me and for most of us, I am sure. The pandemic can be blamed for it, but we will overcome it and give our best. Without the presence of Fiji integrated program in HFS, it would have been very difficult for me to prepare these 2 years for IIT JEE exam. And hence, I would like to thank Principal Ma'am for having this opportunity of Fiji branch in HFS. I would like to end my speech with a quote from Kota Factory. अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स को डेयर बना दिया और डेयर सीधा ईगो से कनेक्टेड है और ईगो के नुकसान बहुत है पर एक फ़ायदा है चीज़ें डूएबल लगने लगती है एंड सो आई विश ऑल ऑफ यू अ वेरी ब्राइट फ्यूचर एंड अ बंच ऑफ फेलियर्स क्यों क्योंकि जब गिरते हैं तभी तो उठने का सही मज़ा आता है थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you, Arushi. That was wonderful. Next up, Yash would like to give a speech on inspiration.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we have all arrived to celebrate the results of our fellow seniors for acing the mains and advanced exams, something not many can achieve. The countless parties you missed, the social media posts you ignored, it all came together in the end. People say that after 10th, life is simple and you can chill and take it easy. But you all had the determination and zeal to prove them wrong. Waking up at 6 a.m. and sleeping at 1 a.m., solving book after book, you all gave your best. And all those sleepless nights were worth it for all of you in the end. I would also like to dedicate a short poem for our achievers. You all were Fiji students studying day and night. IITs and NITs, the only thing in your sight. Helping each other, you worked as a team. In the end, you achieved something which many can only dream. And lastly, I would like to thank you all for inspiring us, your juniors, to work as hard as you all have, and for showing us that anything is possible if you follow the guidance of your mentors and be determined, because only when you aspire, you inspire. We, your juniors, the school and Fiji, appreciate you and thank you for your determination and hard work. and we hope you move forward confidently and do brilliantly in the future. We will all miss you.
Thank you, Yash. I would now request respected Principal Ma'am to kindly come say a few words.
Good morning. We are so honored to have Mr. Niranjan in our midst this morning. Mr. Sadhana, I'm meeting you for the first time, in spite of having FITCHEE with us since 2014. Dear parents, proud parents of children who have excelled in FITCHEE, I recall very clearly the year 2014. It was a task that I pondered over for a very, very long time. Should I get the coaching class into the school? Is it right? Will I be helping out my children by having the integrated FITCHEE course in the school? Because the children, after a full day's work, would be running to the center in Thane to be working on this very tough course. And that's when I met Mr. Anuj Rathod, who came to me, and we decided that we will go on board with FITCHEE. Tough course, and I know the kind of effort all of you have gone through. I often said it was like a commando course, where the grilling was so intense, but your effort and the success paid off beautifully. So we are here this morning to a very joyous occasion to felicitate all of you. The FITCHEE teachers who have put in so much of effort, the children who have excelled, and parents who have helped your children through these difficult times, and all my teachers. What I love about our children is that it's not just academics. They have been dancing in this auditorium, debating in this auditorium, and participating in all kinds of activities that have made them the people they are going to become and have become as of now. So with that, once again, a big congratulations to all of you and the entire faculty of FITCHEE who are here with us this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. What better way to continue with this theme of inspiration than to have the FITCHEE students from batch 2020-22 share their experience. I would first like to call on stage Sadhya Padmanabhan.
You can prepare for JEE, but you cannot prepare for JEE preparation. A very good morning to our honorable guests, Principal Ma'am, teachers, parents, and all my dear friends. First of all, a very hearty congratulations to all my peers. Guys, a round of applause. I have been a Hirite since 5th grade. A lot of who I am has been built on this very stage, and I have a lot to thank the school for. The things that I've taken part in have helped me build strength for the journey that I went through. However, for the last 2 years of my education, I did not see the stage. I belong to the 2020 batch. My 10th board exams were in purgatory for so long, as was FITCHEE. I remember my first day of FITCHEE on 9th April 2020. We were all so sure that in 2 weeks, we'd be giving board exams and life would just go back to normal. The beginning was extremely fun because the teachers, although they had to put up with learning how to go online, they had us enthusiastic and engaged. I remember Ipshita ma'am's extremely creative morning assemblies where she called upon us all to have fun. I remember Anuj sir's creative problems, the way he put up yoga sessions, and the way we would all wake up a bit too late to join them. Complaining to Prabhat sir about organic and inorganic chemistry has taken up more of my time than actually studying chemistry, and who can forget Amit sir's amazing challenge problems. But the beginning is fun, but the part that comes after it, not as much. Because at the beginning, you have the enthusiasm to learn. We all know what 2 years is, but doing the same thing for 2 years, day in and day out, is extremely difficult. The reward that you get is extremely delayed. Nothing at all like the beautiful, fun, cute, aesthetic videos you see on YouTube called My JEE Journey, which have extremely sped up study montages, whereas real study is done at your desk for a very long amount of time. It's easy to work hard if you know exactly what to do, but you don't. There is no one thing, no magic formula for success that you have. Nobody tells you, do this. Everything is easy. You will get through. Because if you do have that, putting in the work is easy, right? You know exactly what to expect at the end. But that is just not true of this. The thing about the journey is that you have to work and you have to pull yourself up over and over and over again, and then again a couple more times. And you cannot do that because you expect someone to just hand you a reward at the end, right? Nobody is going to come and tell you, here you go. No. A lot of people deserve a lot of things, but an exam paper does not know that. It does not. What you do have to work for, the reason for all of this is because you are worth it. You are worth fighting for your future. You are worth the excellent future for which you are working for. And the things that you learn will never leave you. And that is what I believe this journey taught me. It was to pull myself up again and again because I am worth it, no matter what the end was. Because doing your best is not about being the top of your class. It's not about, outdoing yourself in each test and thinking, oh, I could have done better, because that's always going to be true. With the endless number of tests that you have, even if you're used to being the top of your class for a very, very long time, just isn't possible to do that. It's about not giving up and fighting the paper and fighting again and again for yourself. Not reaching what you wanted in an objective test is just one aspect about the journey. What it really is about, and what I know now in hindsight, is that it is about character, mental strength, and the fortitude to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It's about endurance. That is what it is about. And if you come out at the end, just come out, no matter what the outcome is, you should be extremely proud of yourself for what you have done and what you have accomplished. A lot of people can't do sir jhuk kar sirf kaam karna. A lot of people can't, and my friends have, and a lot of you are going to do that. And for that, I commend you, because it is extremely difficult, and I can attest to the difficulty. Now, you're guaranteed to have a good future. You are guaranteed to be able to withstand what comes at you because of what you have done. I'd once again like to thank the principal, my teachers, and the school for helping me build fortitude and for making me the person who I am today, because I am very happy with that person, and it is only because I know what I can achieve now that I have done this. And to all of you in the audience, all the very best. Take a deep breath. It's going to be fine. You have the best of the teachers and the best of the seniors at your disposal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sadhya. Next, we have Vishnu Prasannan.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Vishnu Prasannan, and I am here to talk about my JEE experience. I would like to share a few things that I've learned except physics, chemistry, and math. Okay, first off, I'm just going to state this as a fact, not an opinion. JEE is not that hard. I'm just kidding, it's very hard. It's very tough. As easy as most of my classmates made it look, it's not that easy. You need a vast amount of knowledge. There's a vast portion. You need an in-depth knowledge about all three subjects and the ability to apply that knowledge in a 6-hour paper. Plus, it's not about solving as much as you know. It's about solving more than the lakhs of people who are fighting for the same seat. So it's not easy. And it's a lot. And naturally, the preparation is very stressful. And that is what gives JEE the image problem. You know, FITG students might have experienced this. You'll relate. Anyone will ask you, what are you doing after 10th? We're like, JEE. We're like, I'm sorry. And so yeah, the preparation is quite stressful, and we all have had our share of demotivated days. And our teachers, they never fail to cheer us up, both FITG and ISC teachers. And there is one thing that Anuj sir said. He says this all the time. He says, "Lage raho." And no, it's not a joke. It's very important. It's a very important aspect of the JEE preparation because you need endurance. You need to keep going. And what most of the students get frustrated about is they misinterpret what that lage raho means. So what I would like to change a little about that is mindfully lage raho. So yeah, in 11th, I was just wandering aimlessly, solving what I like, studying jiska vibe aa raha hai, and just ignoring and avoiding what I don't like, chemistry. And so naturally, the face test, they gave me a nice shock. They were like, no, you can't do this. And after the first phase, most of us were depressed. They were like, what is going on? And that is when Anuj sir gave his first Lage Raho speech. And then I was like, yes, ab full focus, ab IIT, Bombay, CS, Sida. And so I was fully motivated कि अब तो करना है. And I started increasing my work hours. I started grinding, the grind started. And that is when I realized that the hours don't matter. You can study for 8 hours, you can study for 10 hours if you want, but if you don't study mindfully, if you don't deliberately practice, then you won't get anywhere. You have to, structure your studying. That is what will lift you, especially in JEE, because ratta maar ke kuch nahi hoga. You need to understand and you need to deliberately practice. That is what will lift you up. And iske liye, mindfully lage raho. Now, even though I sound like a typical nerd, full FITG nerd, I want to show you guys that JEE is not just about PCM. Like the mindfulness of your action, it teaches you life skills. You don't realize this now. You'll think that, arey kya PCM, will never use this again in our life. But the skills you use to master that PCM, you'll use that throughout your life. Like, a person with a half an hour attention span can now sit and study for 7 hours. It teaches most of us the importance of failure and how to use it as an asset. You learn how to prioritize tasks, deal with distractions, and manage your time well. Because if you can't do this, you can't crack JEE. So these are important things that JEE teaches you, and you'll use this everywhere in your life. So I would like to thank all my FITG teachers for unlocking this ability of how to learn. And Ipshita ma'am, Aarti ma'am, Jyoti ma'am, they kept us motivated and helped us keep ISC in our grasp. And all the science and math teachers of ISC, they kept running behind us for our projects and practical and this and that, but that really helped us. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, and all the best to you guys. You've done remarkable things and you'll do great things in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. Moving forward, I would like to call upon stage Yashwardhan Rai.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I would like to begin my speech by actually addressing my juniors sitting in the audience today. I am very frequently inundated with questions about how to do JEE prep ideally, what are the things to follow, and to put a rest to all of that, I just want to say this. The number one missing aspect in majority of people's preparation is the inability to withstand embarrassment. An embarrassment of not just being out there, being able to speak, but also the embarrassment of failure. I would like to share a personal story because I have been through this fear myself and I know its evils. I joined the school in 6th standard, and my class teacher, Mrs. Kastura Ghosh, always used to nag me on and call me on to participate in the inter-house and inter-school competitions. However, I, being a new student, was not aware of really what went on, what the process was. So I kept avoiding them. And pretty soon I developed this attitude of rationalizing my fear, of thinking, well, people who participate, I don't really see them doing anything else. They must just be doing this all day because they don't want to study. Well, I was absolutely wrong. Uh, and I realized this when at the end of 8th standard, after avoiding competitions, trips, inter-school competitions for so long, I had a look at the school magazine, and I did not see my face in it. Well, honestly, 8th standard was a pretty tumultuous year for me. I made friends, lost friends, but I realized, well, social media, wandering downstairs in the amazing Hirandani streets, had its place, but it was not putting me where I wanted to be, where in the face of adversity, in the face of achieving great things to come. So I decided from that moment on, if I had just listened to my old class teacher, I would not have to face the embarrassment of not being there, of being obsolete. So the message I want my juniors to take from this is, do not fear embarrassment because the only alternative is becoming obsolete. Do not fear failing so much that you never ever try to give your best. Believe me, there is nothing more honorable than trying to be honest in your endeavors, putting yourself out there, but then failing. Because, yes, it is often easy to say those who keep succeeding throughout their journey have it easy to go on. But I believe, and anybody who has ever put honest effort and then achieved something will believe, it is not easy. You will face failures, and there is no shame in that. No one who is worth listening to, will ever shame you for it. All right. Next, to my parents, I would like to thank you because really it is your input and attitude to parenting that has helped me develop my most important skill, which I believe is independence. My mother always used to quote Adam Smith, the father of economics, and when she said, division of labor is the engine for prosperity. And my father used to say after this, he quotes Pulela Gopichand, who said, parents should not try to become their children's coaches. Instead, just be their biggest fans. Take professional coaching when necessary. I believe I believe being weaned off spoon feeding, persistent hand holding is what helped me develop the skills, the tools, the abilities to tackle any challenge in life, whether it be some cricket match or an upcoming Hindi class test or JEE Advanced itself. And that's the biggest thing I would say has helped me throughout this journey. I have been in FITJEE for 4 years, 4 months, and 28 days. That is 1,611 days, a quarter of my life. And all those years, I've also been in FITJEE HFS teaching. I have experienced what the school has to offer me. And I'm happy to say it has metamorphosized me from someone who thought he was just good at sports, naturally as a God-given ability, to someone who poured blood, sweat, and tears to play cricket for his school. From a person who did not have the ability to speak publicly to a confident individual with a passion for debate, hopefully able to express my views here today. At this felicitation ceremony. So, and most important of all, from someone who just thought he was intelligent because a few relatives said that 10 years ago, to someone with an experience of at least preparing for and attempting 10 competitive exams, and IDJE being only the first one. So, next to my teachers, Mr. Anuj Rathod, Mr. Prabhat Pandey, Mr. Amit Mishra, and to all the rest of the HFSTHANE faculty who have tirelessly worked in the last 1 or 2 years to make sure all of us have the best resources possible. In the online semester, they made sure they did not relent on helping anyone. They might have been in their homes with bad internet or anything, but they always used to pick up our calls, always used to give us the time of the day to help us when we required. They never made sure that administrative difficulties like long classes or bad internet got in the way of our preparation, and I thank them for that. A hearty thank you to my class teacher, Mrs. Ipshita Sarkar, computer teacher, Mrs. Jyoti Nayak, Mrs. Mariam George, and Mrs. Shilma Vivek for making sure our IC projects, exams, and lab work went without a hitch. They taught us the relevant content the same as any other class, and they never let us give the excuse that we are FITG, we have different needs. No, we don't have different needs. All of us need to crack the IC exam as well, and their words really had to be followed to a T. Thank you all very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you, Yashovardhan. Up next, we have Anirudh Sai Krishnan.
A very good morning to all of you present here. I'm Anirudh, and I guess I'm supposed to be talking about the last 2 years that I've had. I spent a lot of time thinking about this speech, not being able to figure out what to write, purely because I joined the school 2 years ago, and then I went on to spend both of those years online. So I guess I'll start off with not a long list of advice for my juniors. I really have just one thing to say, and I'll use my example to say it. 1 week in, as soon as we started FITG, I think we were all relaxed. We figured whatever we did up till grade 10 is going to work. Because I used to spend maybe the 1 week before exam studying, I'll make it through, and I did well. And I hope that'll work again. But 3 months in, as soon as we had our first phase test, I think all of us got a swift kick up our behinds, and we figured out we needed to change something. So after that, the next, let's say, 13 to 15 months were probably the best in my preparation. But there was one problem. There was one mistake that I made that I wish I had not made all the way back then. I wish someone had told me about it. I got obsessive. My entire life started revolving around physics, chemistry, and math. I took these 3 subjects to heart, and I quite literally forgot about everything else. And this helped because, it created a foundation that I was able to work on with to do really well in my exams later on. But I think the biggest problem was those last 4 months before our final exams, I started feeling burnt out. And I think I experienced my biggest dip in my entire preparation around the first mains attempt. And I started feeling extremely low, thinking whether or not I'll be able to do well coming forwards. And thankfully, I was able to talk to my parents, talk to the teachers, and I managed to get myself moving again. I started working hard again. And I made some sort of amends towards the end. But what I really want all of you to know is that at this point, I'm happy with where I am. But if I'd put in more effort in those last few months, I know for a fact I would have done better. And that is what I want all of you to avoid. Make sure that you spend time doing what you like every single day so that you don't start feeling burnt out in those last 4 months that are probably the most important in your preparation. As long as you take care of that, I know without a doubt that every single one of you is going to do well. Now let's move on to the part where I thank everyone, because I think that's what everyone's waiting for. I've always enjoyed extracurricular activities. I've always enjoyed representing my school, taking part in competitions, and I think that is what pushed me towards HFS instead of the random dummy schools that typically offer integrated programs. And I remember how long it took for us to get to this conclusion, and looking back, I think after I've gone through the entire process, I won't change a thing. I think one of the biggest concerns was how I'd manage ISE along with JEE preparation, and credit where credit is due. I think the school has taken incredibly ridiculous steps to make sure that ISE was as simple as possible for us. And I can't thank them enough for that, because it gave me so much time I needed to prepare for JEE, and I think that really helped at this point. Believe me, I still routinely curse myself for not picking an easier option, but looking at what the results have ended up being, I couldn't be happier. That said, I think one of the biggest reasons for our success has to be the FITG staff, because the connect that our sirs had with us throughout the entire 2 years is nothing short of incredible. They were always there through thick and thin, and I feel honored that they were still with us when we finally saw our results in the end. And no amount of gratitude that I show them will ever justify the amount of work that they put in for us, will ever be enough to actually appreciate the amount of effort, amount of support that they showed for us. So I think the only thing I can really say at this point to them is thank you. On that note, I'd be remiss if I don't mention my parents. I've always been someone who's done better when I've been left to my own devices, and that is exactly what my parents did. They still made time to sit with me, talk to me, and tell me that everything's going to be okay whenever I was feeling down. But at the end of the day, they had faith in me that I'd be able to figure everything out myself. They didn't feel the need to push me, and I think I'm extremely thankful, and I can't express just how grateful I am for the faith that they had in me this entire 2 years. I think everyone here is going to agree that the last 2 years have been difficult, a crucible of sorts, and shifting to online platforms alongside the frankly ridiculous amount of coursework that we had for the last 2 years, I think has been a fascinating experience, and definitely one that has changed me for the better. So for as stressful as the last 2 years have been, I think I'll safely be able to say that I'll never trade that experience for anything else. We've all done incredibly well at this point, and I know for a fact that we're still going to be doing just as well moving forward. So I'd like to end by saying I wish all of you the very best for the future, and thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Anirudh. Moving forward, we have Aditya Gupta.
Good morning to all. Respected Niranjan sir, principal ma'am, and all my dear parents, teachers, and friends. Today, I am going to tell you about my journey, 2-year journey with the school, and along with that FITG, JEE, everything. So, after 10th में बहुत अच्छे नंबर आ गए थे, ठीक है, सबके ही आते हैं, 95% तो आजकल ठीक है, लेकिन उसके बाद I thought कि बॉम्बे CS तो हाथ में ही है, तो why shouldn't I do JEE? Everybody was at home, everybody was telling me कि let's do medical, yeah, let's become a doctor, but I was like no, मेरे को कुछ अलग करना है, ठीक है, तो JEE करते हैं. It is IIT, one of the topmost institutes. Very few people go there, and I thought कि yeah, very easily I'll get in there. फिर first phase test आया. ठीक है, अब मुझे बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कुछ और. तो I still remember my marks. मेरे mains में I got 120 out of 300. Okay, and मतलब I was shocked. Everybody was shocked, and मेरे से ज़्यादा my parents were shocked. कि मतलब how is this possible यार? He was doing very good. तो but फिर उसी दिन, that day itself, my mother called Anuj sir, and she asked only one thing, sir इसका होगा क्या? इसका होगा क्या? And let me tell you the fact, I had taken my optional subject biology, क्योंकि वो बैकअप प्लान था कि अगर जेई नहीं होगा मैं एक साल ड्रॉप करके नीट करेंगे फिर. तो my mother asked, सर इसका होगा क्या, या तो हम अभी से ही we'll start something else. And I still remember those words जो सर ने कहा था, हो जाएगा इसका, वेट करो आप, होएगा. तो then we said okay, sir is experienced, sir knows, sir has been mentoring such students for 15 years, more than 15 years now. So he knows, so let us follow him. And that was the best decision of my life, I must say. So, and then the course started. It is very difficult. More than difficult, it is different. What the thing is that it is not only about studying PCM. वो तो 10 लाख बच्चे कर रहे हैं पहले से. Whoever is appearing for JEE or NEET or any competitive exam, everybody is studying PCM or any subject. It is not about studying PCM, not at all. It is about many other things which you have to instill during the preparation itself, like confidence, motivation, self-motivation. No one's going to be there in the exam hall to motivate you by chance some question, koi question nahi aa raha. So there's nobody going to say ki, okay, leave it, go on to the next question. You have to say it to yourself. That is what you have to instill in this 2-year process. Self-motivation, confidence ki I will do it. See, the thing is that there are not very many IITians in the society. So the society is, they are like, IIT is for very selected people, okay? So, matlab, you keep your expectations low only. ठीक है? मतलब ज़्यादा हाई सोचो ही मत, होप मत करो, ठीक है, प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो कोई नहीं, but ठीक है. But you have to overcome that, because you know what you can do and where you have to reach. People will say anything, पर फिर अगर लोगों की सुन ली तो जेई के लिए क्या प्रिपेयर किया फिर? How are you different then? Everybody listens to people, but you don't have to. So that was what came up in the 2 years. We were online most of the time, but I thank Neelu ma'am. She was always trying to bring us offline as and when it was possible. She was always trying, and I missed that. I live very close by, and I was not here till 11th. I joined in 11th only, but I miss. I wish our session would have been offline, but yeah, by God's grace, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. So I still remember that while other schools were still planning to how to take up board practicals, orals and vivas, we had completed all of that. We had completed all of that in, I think, November only. And schools were struggling to do that in January, February also. So that was a very beneficial thing. We could concentrate on our JEE mains exam. And overall, the school has helped us a lot. And I would thank FITJEE, Anuj sir, Vikash sir, Prabhat sir, Amit sir, and Mohit sir, of course. FITJEE has made me what I am today. I am able to speak in front of such an august gathering only because of FITJEE and school. So thank you so much for listening.
One announcement I want to make. आपने कभी ऐसा बच्चा देखा है जो IIT भी क्लियर करे और मेडिकल एंट्रेंस भी क्लियर करे? तो he cleared medical entrance, Maharashtra CET 99.9 percentile. He can get top institute in Maharashtra in medical along with IIT. God bless you.
Thank you, Aditya. Listening to all your experience has truly reshaped our perspective. Moving ahead, today we have with us the co-founder and managing director of Hiranandani Group companies, the man responsible for changing the skyline of Mumbai with the delivery of the landmark project Hiranandani Gardens, Powai, also known as Builder Extraordinaire. He is the trustee of Hiranandani Foundation School at Powai and Thane. We welcome you, sir.
What a fantastic morning. Congratulations to each and every one of you for being over here. I must tell you that we do a lot of initiatives as trustees, as builders, as developers. But ladies and gentlemen, the woman who got the idea to get started, your principal, please give her a big hand for the wonderful work that she has been doing all these years, bringing fantastic results, not only in this course, but also in the entire school, the ethical values that she has brought about, the leadership that she has shown. We are very, very proud of you, and we congratulate you and the entire thing who is doing a fantastic job. So I wish you all the very, very best in terms of it, please. I want to also congratulate Mr. Mohit Saldana of Fitch, who has taken up these courses. Also, Anuj Rathod and all the other teachers who are here from the Fitch course. And also, please stand up and be acknowledged. Also, please congratulate all the other teachers from our school, all the teachers who are over here in this hall. Please be acknowledged for the wonderful work that you are doing. Boys, girls, give them a big hand. Friends, you are the lucky ones in life. Oh, of course, I forgot. The parents, please give them a wonderful hand for the leadership. Please stand up, all the parents, and be acknowledged by all the students over here for being fantastic parents, guiding them correctly and taking them into the whole hand. Thank you very much. Boys, girls, I'm so happy to be here today. Not only because you are successful, but the wonderful lessons that I learned today. Whether it was Sada Padnaban, please stand up, be acknowledged. Fantastics. Vishnu, Yashwardhan Rai, Aditya, and one name I missed. Who was the other speaker? Yes. So all of them spoke so wonderfully that I learned from you too. So all of you gave lessons in life, and at a very, very young age that you have so much maturity. I promise you, I was at least 50 before I could match you people. So fantastic job that you all did in terms of speaking. So many things that I learned over here. Lage raho. Study mindfully. It took a long time in my life to understand that just reading information from Google is not being mindful. Because Google gives you a lot of information. But to be mindful of what you read in Google and then apply that mindfully is something which I learned very late in life. And you already know it. It's something there. Your fears. Can you imagine when I walked into Powai, at that time it was God-forsaken land. Thane, when we came over here, it was so far away. There were a 2-lane road. Now you have a 14-lane road coming to Thane. When I came here, there was a 2-lane, and I had to jump over a rivulet to go into the land. That was the kind of status. And I was fearful. And you already understand that the challenges of life bring about fear in your mind. But you got to overcome those fears. Fantastic learning, all of you. God bless you. And all the people who have been successful and not so successful, but absolutely you have the right thoughts and things in mind. And I do wish you, all of you, the very, very best in your success. Not only all 5 of you, but all and every one of you who's here today. And all the future students who are sitting over here in Fitchy, that it's not only the content of the subject that becomes important. It's the diversity of knowledge which is going to be there. The ethical knowledge, the spiritual factor, the multiplicity of the ability to be able to speak, to communicate, to love, to care, to want, to desire, to be passionate about what you do, to give full attention. And once you do that, the fear goes away all of a sudden. Because you're suddenly so much involved in that love, in that attention, in that care, in that thought process that you have done, that you can achieve anything in life. And I'm going to give you 3 examples of my own self. I started with 2 lakhs of rupees as a son of Dr. L.H. Hiranandani, a medical doctor. Never had any person who was worthy the while to be talked about in business in any of the families that I did. A first generation, I was actually a teacher. I taught in the Institute of Chartered Accountants for final students, so I was actually a teacher. I started textile business. I failed in my textile business. I got into real estate. And then realized that I couldn't afford to fail, but I was fearful. And I did fear that I would not be able to succeed, but it was lage raho in that point because I had no other option, because I had already given up so many other things that I thought I must focus on what we did. Nothing comes without hard work, and I think you people who are doing FICCI don't need to be taught that, but that's a fact of life. If you really get after it and you are there and persevering, then we have such great example because, you know, we Indians are very, very clever. Do you know that? Yes? And we have so many examples of clever people who are Indians. The CEO, Sundar Pichai of Google, is an Indian, IIT Kharagpur. Satya Nadella from Microsoft, Indian. Parag Agarwal, IIT Mumbai, Twitter. Shantanu, Adobe. Arvind Krishan, IBM. Lakshman Narasimhan, Starbucks. All top Indians who are in the top of the world. But it's not only the CEOs in America that is really important to understand. It just means that you are extraordinarily gifted, which God has given you, but you have to utilize your intellect, your mindfulness, your understand, your lage raho, and then continue to bring about an excellence that is due what is there. Okay? So what happens? I always think that I have been a very successful person, whether it's been in business or in other activities that I have done. And I never estimated that other people can also be very successful. So what happens? In comes my daughter Priya, age 23, chartered accountant, lands up in my office and one day tells me, Papa, and when a daughter says Papa, it's dangerous. So she says, Papa, I'm going to leave my professional firm, that was Arthur Andersen in those days, and I'm going to join your company. You want to join my company? I thought you thought I'm a very unprofessional company. You know, daughters can say anything and get away with it. So, this is what happened. And I said, okay, but why do you want to join company? Oh, but I've learned whatever I wanted in Arthur Andersen. I'm very well professionally qualified. Now I'd like to do something, you know, and show my merit in it. So she joined my company and worked in the marketing and finance department. She did a lot of good work for 4-6 months. I said, wow, this is damn good. This girl's going to take over. But she comes back to me after 6 months and she says, Papa, I don't want to work with you. All right, you don't want to work with me. What do you want to do? She says, I don't know, but I don't want to work for you. Why? Because, you know, when I do very well, people say, Niranjan's daughter, bound to do well. And when I don't do well, Niranjan's daughter and you still don't do well. I mean, always Niranjan's daughter. So I want to do what I want to do myself, you know. So after a couple of weeks, months, she comes back to me and she says, I want to start a call center. I didn't know. She was 23, she's now 45. And I said, but what's a call center? Those days I didn't know what to call center. Now I do. But so I'm educated now with her. And what does she do? So I said, what's a call center? So she explains what's a call center. And I said, oh, telephone operating business. And she told me in those days, you're too old, Papa. Many, many years ago, 22 years ago, she said, I was too old. Am I still old? Okay. But that was 22 years ago. She started a call center at a ripe age of 23. Over. And she had 12 people working for her. And she was just a chartered accountant by qualifications. And she started this business of call center. Age 27, fast forward, long story short, Priya Hiranandani sells Zenta Technologies to an American company with 4,500 employees for 100 million US dollars. Indian mind, Indian intellect, Indian opportunity, you can achieve whether you become CEO of some multinational or becoming an entrepreneur. you can achieve anything, but you have to do hard work. You have to be lage raho. You have to be committed. You have to see that you are passionate about what you do. You have to believe in yourself and be mindful. I'm using all your words to bring it back to you for the purpose of that. Couple of years later, my son comes from America, and he decides, I persuade him to go to Dubai and start some real estate operation there, and he sits there, and he says, Papa, big problem. So he says, Papa, I want to make my first building in Dubai taller than your tallest building. Beta ho to aise. So I tell him, do you mind? I said, no, I don't mind. Why should I mind if my son is competitive to me? If somebody else is competitive, I dukhi ho sakta hai. But otherwise, why should I be dukhi? I'm very happy if my son does a better building and taller building. So I said, how tall is your tall building? So he says, 90-storied residential tower. In those days, now he's 40 years old. In those days, the tallest residential tower, not commercial tower, was 80-storied. So I said, how can you build this building? It's your first building and you want to make a 90-storied residential tower. So he says, Papa, that's why I want to build it. Because nobody in the world has ever built it before. So a person who sat over there, and I sent him 2 employees from my Bombay office, he sacks them because he says, tum june jamane ka log hai, and I want to set up a new team completely. He sets up a completely new team. In 5 years, he completes 90-storied residential tower in Dubai called 23 Marina. You can go Google and see those buildings, beautiful building. And the profit he makes from that building, he gives me a helicopter. So all you parents be ready what your children are going to achieve. What I wanted to tell you that it's not about what you are. One of the persons who made a speech also said he got 120 out of 300. Who was that? Yeah. And then please stand up. Look in front. This boy has got only 120 out of
300.
300.
Yes.
And now he wins doing both JEA and medical together. The only person I know who has done both of that. But he got only 120. That is important to know. If you know that you got only 120 out of 300, you were the laggard in your class, but if you lage raho on that subject, if you're mindful of what you're doing, and if you're committed to any cause that you have, and be passionate about that cause and believe that that cause is bigger than yourself, then only can you reach. That's the only way that you can possibly give. And that is the reason why we will be able to succeed the way you have succeeded. You will succeed in life if you continue to go the way that we are talking about as of today. That is the best way that you can possibly do. You can achieve anything in life and you will surprise yourself. Many times people say, Niranjan, you're the best. And some people will say, oh, he's best, but because of that reason, he became the best. In life, that is always going to happen, so don't worry about the criticisms of other people. Just look in the mirror and say, I am positive that I will be able to do it, and I shall overcome. A large number of people who have succeeded in their lives are ordinary people. Ordinary people with ordinary intellects. You all have better intellects than those ordinary people. But the fact is that you have to actually work hard, have a purpose in life which is greater, that you will be able to achieve what you do. And if you love whatever you're taking to do, the pain of doing that work disappears. So, whenever you're doing any particular thing, remember, if you have an objective which is bigger than yours, it is there. Let's take case of education. I got deeply into education by putting up these 2 schools in Powai and Thane, which is now here. But at the age of 50, now I'm 72, we decided that we will get more and more into education. And I thought, which is a not-for-profit activity for our company, and we really wanted to expand that. Age 50, Niranjan Hiranandani. Let's do a fast forward to age 72, okay? I run now 14 colleges in Bombay, 6 schools, 1 university, a skill development center. I have 45,000 students in schools, in colleges, sorry, 16,000 children in schools, 5,000 in skills development center, and I promise you in the next 5 years, I'll have 4.5 lakh students. That's my commitment. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I promise you I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's a promise to myself. And this is a not-for-profit activity. It doesn't give me, but it's my passion, it's my belief that I want to do it, and I take it up. 2 years ago, I was admitted to my own hospital in Powai when I had COVID. And so I did a review of my hospital, checking on what the hospital is doing. So we talked to the hospital people and said, what are you doing? So he said, we have done this, we have done that. In the last 15 years, 18 years, we have done this, we have done that. I said, but everybody is doing that. What is so special about Dr. L.H. Hiranandani Hospital? Dr. L.H. Hiranandani was special. What is so special about the Dr. L.H. Hiranandani Hospital? After 18 years of functioning, you are doing the same thing what other hospitals are doing. Do something better. So, of course, they felt a little bad. They didn't like it. They certainly don't love me because I said what I said, as you know, and you kids know how when your parents say that to you, how you feel. So I know exactly how my CEO must have felt, and I talked to him about that. And then he came back and told me, you tell us, sir, what you want. We will do it. So I said, okay. I was in COVID. Nobody was bloody meeting me. I was feeling very lonely. So I Googled, do this, that, and the other. Sat over there in my room. I had a lovely presidential suite. Everybody looking after me very sweetly, but all coming in PPE kits, so I couldn't even see them. But anyway, so I come back, and then we discussed, and then we came up with a solution that I will start transplants. So we decided to do liver transplant, kidney transplant, heart transplants, and lung transplants. And they said, very difficult. This problem, that problem, government problem, falana problem, dikna problem, doctor's problem, equipment problem, money problem, patient's problem, every problem. They told me lots of things, and it's quite difficult to do these transplants. Let me be honest about it. This year, once COVID got over, we have started liver and kidney transplants. And next year, we will do heart transplants in our own hospital, Dr. L.H. Hiranandani, and be an extraordinary transplant hospital. So it's not where you have reached, or what you have, or how much money you have, or how much intellect you have, or how much you have, or what you have, but what you aspire to be is what you will become. And if you have that character in yourself, there is nothing that you cannot achieve. Nowhere can it be achieved. And the best example of that achievement to be able to achieve, which is impossible to achieve, is your beloved Prime Minister. He was a bloody chaiwala. You all are much higher than a chaiwala, aren't you all? Don't you come from families which are more bigger than chaiwalas? Yes. And he is just a Prime Minister. You can even reach. What? What? What can you reach?
A president.
Yes, more.
A businessman.
Yeah.
Yeah, businessman again.
Businessman.
President of US. Businessman.
No, CEO of a company.
Sure. CEO.
CEO of Microsoft or
Make my own company.
make your own company. Wonderful.
CEO of Microsoft.
Yeah.
President of FIFA. Google.
Google. So that's the way to go. What I'm trying to tell you all is that you have now the best in the world in terms of education, the best in terms of ethical values, the best in the world in terms of parents who have been kind enough to be able to give you the best in the education. You have a fantastic educational institution run by your principal, Fitchie's cooperation and working together, wonderful teachers, wonderful things, and all these aspects of it was there. Couple of tips I want to give it to you, which I'll just share with you. You're already too knowledgeable, so I don't know, I get scared to teach you all anything. But anyway, I'll try to do 1 or 2 points of tips which I thought would be useful to us. And the first one which I have is the thing of improving 1%. So in life, we always say it's so difficult to make change. But it's very easy to improve 1%, okay? So I decided in my life that every single day of my life, I will improve only 1%, okay? So in a year, how much can you improve? 365%. You all are all mathematical students, so you know better. I know that, and in 10 years, how much can you improve? 3,650. Sorry, you forgot the compound interest. How much will you improve in 10 years? Compound interest, 1% compounded for 10 years. Come on, use your calculator. If we improve only 1% every day, and I'm not only talking about studies. If you want to love somebody, can I improve loving you 1% more every time I love you? Yes, you can. Every time you dance, can you improve 1% next time you dance? Yes. What do you like to do?
Drawing.
Drawings. Can you improve your drawing 1% next time you draw a drawing? What do you like to do?
I like to swim.
You like to swim. Can you swim better, longer, faster, better? 1% better next time you go swimming? So easy. So the secret of life is that every day of your life, anything that you do, and it could be doing yoga, it can be doing running, it can be learning a subject, it may be loving somebody, taking care of somebody, gifting something better, 1% better than you gifted last time. Anytime and every time, if you improve just 1%, can you imagine how much compounding I would be better? And that's one of my biggest secrets in life I'm sharing with you today. I am what I am today at 72 because I want and do improve myself 1% every day. And let me tell you, you don't have to wait for an age to start that. And I'll give you an example of my own self. Age 48, Niranjan Hiranandani. I used to work very hard, but I never took care of myself. I was invited in Campion School, my alma mater in South Mumbai, to do an old boys race. 48, you have left school when you were 16, 17, and you go back there. So old boys race, they had 20 meters running. How much? You know what's 20 meters? Maybe that, less than this distance from there. Okay? So I ran 20 meters, and at the end of 20 meters, I was panting. I was tired. I couldn't run 20 meters because I had stopped exercising for 20 years. I had not exercised at all. I was so busy working, trying to set up my life, and I didn't do it. And I thought, 48 is like this, 60, I'm going to die of a heart attack. Not possible to live too long. So I just went over there, and I said, I must change. And I started my exercise. I joined the gym. I slowly said, I must improve 1% every day, and I worked together. So fast forward, age 70, before COVID. I wouldn't say today because, again, I've fallen backwards. So at age 70, when I did, I go to gym 6 days a week. 3 days I do weights, 3 days I do cardio. One day I run 5 kilometers in PDP Park at Nepinsi Road, and I do yoga 2 days a week in the evening, and I can compete with you in 5 kilometers. So it's not the age at which you have to learn. If somebody is ahead of me, if she is ahead of me today, it doesn't mean that I cannot be ahead of her after 5 years. And if I am ahead of her today, in 5 years, if she improves the way she is doing now, she will be far ahead of me Simply because of that, because my daughter did something at age 27, 28, which I could never have done because I started business at 26. So there was no question of being ahead. So it doesn't matter where you are in your life. You may be here, you may be here. But as long as you're continuously improving in your life, you're going to be far ahead of what you ever dreamt you could have been. Simply because of that. And you will do it. All right? So the idea basically being to share with you today, my friends, is first of all to congratulate each and every one, from the principal, from Fiji, from the teachers, from the parents, from you wonderful students who are there, to learn that this is the future is yours, but it is not yours because of your father or your teacher or your principal or me or the trustees or anybody else. It's up to you to really say, I will achieve it. And that's why the Prime Minister is what he is, because he does believe that he will do it. And everybody else will cooperate in whatever he is to do. So I want you to know that you are capable of doing it because you're an Indian. You have the brains to do it because you've done it. You have the facility because your parents have given you this opportunity. You have used it in a positive way of utilizing that thing because you get lots of things, but you don't use what you have. We say, हमारे पास ये नहीं है, इसलिए हम नहीं कर सकते. It's always something that she has got something better or he has got something better. That is why he's succeeding. That's all bullshit. It's all lies to yourself. So remember one thing, and will make you the most successful person in the whole world, in whatever direction that you do. Just keep at it, lage raho, and you will really, really do excellently in the life. So I wanted to share with you that I love you all. I'm so happy to be here today on this felicitation function for you. And it's not only the felicitation, but to share with you my feelings, my love for you, my belief in you, my thought that you can all succeed and that we will live to live and see a better tomorrow because you will do it, I will do it, we together will do it. Your school will be very proud of you and come back to your alma mater and share all the successes that you have done and be connected with your parents, be connected with your teachers, be connected with your principal, and if you like, be connected with me. Love you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. I request Anuj sir to come and honor our esteemed guest. Oh my God. I would now request Guruveer Singh to continue with the program.
Thank you, Inesh. Today we have with us Mr. Mohit Sardana, who is considered as the jack of all trades and a master of every one of them. After pursuing a bachelor in computer sciences, he has mastered the art of designing, communication, technology, and what not, but found his true passion as he started teaching back in the year 2002. He was prompt and successful as he trained his first student, Mohit Gupta, who managed to secure an All India rank 5 in 2006 as he joined the Fiji family the same year. He was part of the Fiji's Parent Center till 2009. Being highly proficient in his teaching, his students were getting exceptional results. He was instrumental for the success of All India rank 1 in 2009 when he was part of the Fiji's South Delhi Center. Post that, he was promoted as center head for Chandigarh Center in the same year. Following that, he has influenced a lot of students as his students continued to show extraordinary results. Few of his results include Bijoy Singh, All India rank 2, Kunal Chawla, All India rank 6, Sumedha Garg, All India rank 12, Gautam Prem Jain, All India rank 20, Rhythm, All India rank 27, and many more. In 2014, he joined Fiji Mumbai as one of the directors of Fiji, as he reconstructed the Fiji Mumbai into one of the most advanced and maintained educational institutes of our country. Under his leadership, Fiji Mumbai has been successful to witness ranks like All India 7, Karthik Nair, All India 16, Priya Hiten Shah, All India rank 20, Rahul Bharadwaj, and many more. Last year, Fiji Mumbai was influential in getting 5 ranks in the top 100. Being a technology genius himself, he is one of the driving forces behind Glorifier,
which is a technological revolution in the field of test preparation. Glorify is a path-breaking application which focuses on the underlying analytics, AI and ML capabilities which completely transform a student's preparation cycle. So now it's time to hear from the master himself as we welcome on the stage Sir Mohit Sardana.
Thank you all for having me here, first of all. Greetings to one and all present here. I am extremely privileged to have the opportunity to address you all at the important moment of this felicitating the 7th batch of HFS. I thank the respected Principal Ma'am, Mrs. New Lamba, Shri Niranjan Hiranandanji, and having me here for the event today. It is an honor for me to deliver my speech for the event. Yesterday, when Mr. Anuj Rathore called me and asked me to deliver a speech, so I was like, I had taken various seminars, I have taken various classes also, but having given the speech is something the first time to be. Anyways, so I managed to put up some words collectively on a piece of paper, and unlike to say, speech can be many things. Please understand that. It can be called to arms by a leader, to its people to volunteer in the war. It can be a clarion call for the hope and peace, imbuing its audience with the positivity to continue and fight against the evils. The speech can assuage and incite, inform or inflame, give hope and make you dreams and make new dreams. A speech can be many more things. Yes, what it is at all times, it is a potent tool for transformation. And in the hands of the right people, it can change the course of history. Today, children are the future of our state as well as a country. Brilliant faces that I am witnessing today, receiving accolades and have exhibited their talents, will grow up and definitely will be the citizens of our beloved nation tomorrow. They may grow up and achieve great success, name, fame, as well as high human values. But on the other hand, we wish them to be good human beings also and make this world a better place to live in. Always remember, what you seek is also seeking you. I'm feeling proud in saying that the talent they have displayed here today is sufficient to say that they have the potential to become worthy citizens of the society. Education is about far more than what happens within the four walls of classroom. The year, despite challenges, has been overwhelming. Thanks to all the parents and our dear students for the great level of endurance, composure, grit, humility harnessed in them. Can I request a big round of applause for all the parents, students sitting in this room? The year that was, there are in IIT JEE, 15 Fiji students are in top 50 All India ranks, 29 in top 100 and total selection of 2893 students this year. Not only this, 459 students qualified the Indian Olympiad qualifier from Fiji. Fiji student made India proud by winning a gold and a silver medal at the 52nd International Physics Olympiad. We feel proud to share that the 15th International Olympiad in Astronomy and Astrophysics, Sahil bagged a gold medal and Malay bagged a silver medal for the country. Undoubtedly, we are here as very fortunate to have such teachers, trainers, and instructors to recognize this. If this infrastructure, whether online or offline, and teachers are the two resources available in school, then definitely you, the students, are the third ones. Really, one of the joys of teaching is to draw the creative, academic, and sporting potential out of the students. Fiji was founded in the year 1992. It was a vision and the toil of Mr. D.K. Goyal, a mechanical engineering graduate from IIT Delhi. He had a very humble beginning as a forum for IIT JEE. With a vision to provide an ideal launchpad for serious JEE aspirants. Along the way to the realization of the vision, we went beyond merely a coaching for just IIT JEE. We actually started to make a difference the way students think and approach problems. We started to develop the ways to enhance students' IQ. We started to leave an indelible mark on the students who have undergone the Fiji training. We started changing lives. We wanted them to be future ready. And all of this was not a sheer coincidence. It was the urged and compelling desire to always aspire for perfection and the process continuously keeping on setting newer benchmarks of excellence, which enabled us and our students to achieve what we have achieved. Today, aiming for the unachievable and continuously raising the bar has become the part of the FITGE DNA. The success to our students was inspiring, and so was the faith in FITGE. It was a faith that was a catalyst for our venturing into areas beyond IIT-JEE. It was a faith that accepted us to embark a mission to provide the wholesome school education to students through FITGE integrated school program like Supreme and Pinnacle, by the way of ISEI, called Ideal School Education Initiative. The ISEI, as I mentioned, is overall academic excellence in class 10th and 12th boards, NTSC state level tests, and scholarship tests, IIT, including Olympiads. Proficiency and confident communication for each and every student. Inculcate sports exercises as a discipline for physical fitness. Improving the memory, IQ, and spiritual well-being with yoga and meditation. Instilling Indian cultural values and ethics in each student, making these a way of life, all students in the class to be continuously motivated. Developing personality traits and positive attitude required for success, building right amount of focus, effective communication, leadership ability, determination, strategic planning, proactive approach, handling failures, and above all, handling stress. In a way, it cannot be done along it cannot be done along with that. There was no need to any type of coaching in the student system. We are all gathered here on this annual event to motivate and inspire the young and progressive minds to mark the beginning of the new innings. This is highly important occasion for everyone. It is because that apart from the fact that celebration in highlights of schools' continuous success in the area of education, I personally thank Principal Madam Neetu Lamba and the management led by Mr. N. Hirandani to taking painstaking efforts and supporting us in our endeavors in the interest of you all. For us, FITGE, this is a journey from an IIT-JEE coaching institute to the most powerful brand in serious education was just accelerating. However, the journey is not over yet. Possibly, it is just a destination. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for those inspirational words. I now request Anuj sir to come and honor our esteemed guest. And now finally, before we begin the felicitation program, let me tell you a little bit about the JEE exams, which are the main focus of FITGE. There are 23 IITs, for whose admission there are 16,598 seats. There is a two-stage exam to get admission in these IITs. The first one is JEE Mains and the second is JEE Advanced. In stage 1, a total of 10 lakh candidates were registered, out of which 9,05,500 candidates appeared for the exam. Then 2,26,157 were considered qualified for stage 2, that is JEE Advanced, out of which 1,55,038 candidates appeared for the final exam. And finally, 40,712 candidates qualified for their incredible hard work. So let's have a round of applause for them. I would now like to call Shubhan Kundu to continue with the program. Thank you.
It is not only patience and persistence, but also perspiration that makes an unbeatable combination for success. The batch of 2020-2022 was a batch of students who not only made this their motto and worked to achieve greatness, but even more impressively, they did all of this while stuck inside their homes during the trying lockdown period. They spent the two most important years of their school life online and still managed to cope with it and come through with amazing results. We would like to acknowledge their inordinate accomplishments in JEE Mains and Advanced, along with various other competitive examinations. I would now like to request Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani to come on stage and honor the students. Sadhya Padmanabhan has scored 98% in the ISC examinations, 95.904 percentile in JEE Mains, which is equivalent to an All India rank of 36,885, which is amazing when taken in perspective to the 10 lakh candidates who gave this exam. She not only got a very good score, but during the 9th and 10th, she participated in many debate competitions as well. Akanksha Vishwakarma has scored 94% in the ISC examinations, 97.574 percentile in JEE mains, which is equivalent to an All India rank of 22,028. Apart from this, she also scored a 98.912 percentile in the CET exam. Sachil Abhimane has scored 93% in the ISC examinations, 98.564 percentile in JEE mains, which is equivalent to an All India rank of 13,141. Unfortunately, he is unable to attend today, so I'd like to request Prabhat sir to come up on stage to collect a token of gratitude on his behalf. Vedant Chandrate has scored 90% in the ISC examinations, 83.596 percentile in the JEE mains, which is equivalent to an All India rank of 298 in the PWD category and in JEE Advanced, PW category 35. Deep Pradhan has scored 83% in the ISC examinations, 85.312 percentile in the JEE mains, which is equivalent to an All India category rank of 6,806. Apart from this, he scored a 93.8 percentile in the CET exam. Unfortunately, he is unable to attend today, so I'd like to request Karuneshwar sir to come up on stage to collect a token of gratitude on his behalf. Atharv Penkar has scored 95% in the ISC examinations, 97.35 percentile in the JEE mains, which is an equivalent to All India rank 23,997. He also qualified for the JEE Advanced, in which he got an All India rank of 16,582. Thank you, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani. I would now like to request Mr. Mohit Sardana to come on stage and honor the students. Kanav Upadhyay has scored 93% in the ISC examinations, 97.78 percentile in the JEE mains, which is equivalent to an All India rank of 20,166. He also qualified for the JEE Advanced, in which he got an All India rank of 16,570. Apart from this, he also got a 229 in the BITSAT exams and also scored 99.64 percentile in the CET exams. I would now like Krish P to continue with the program.
Next we have with us Tejaswini Goel. Tejaswini Goel has scored 96% in the ISC examinations, 97.987 percentile in the JEE mains, which is equivalent to an 18,316 All India rank. Qualified for JEE Advanced and scored an All India rank of 12,293. Apart from this, she has also scored 281 out of 390 in BITSAT, which is the entrance exam for BITS colleges, and a 99.31 percentile in the CET exam. Sarthak Jain, he scored 87% in the ISC examinations, 99.078 percentile in JEE mains, which is an All India rank of 8,433. In advanced, he secured a rank of 11,960. In addition to this, he scored 99.374 percentile in the CET exam. Devika Bej, she scored 94% in the ISC examinations, 97.015 percentile in JEE mains, which is a 26,997 All India rank. She qualified for JEE Advanced and got an All India rank of 9,500. Apart from this, she scored 251 out of 390 in BITSAT, and we are proud to say she secured an All India rank 2 in the UGEE examinations, which is an entrance examination for the Triple IT. And she has joined Triple IT Hyderabad for computer science. She is also qualified for the Maths and Informatics Olympiads. She could not attend the event today, so I request Vaibhav sir to come on stage and collect the token of gratitude. Pushkin Dugam. Next up, Pushkin scored 91% in the ISC examinations, 98.065 percentile in JEE mains, which is equivalent to a 17,637 All India rank. He qualified for JEE Advanced and scored an 8,593 All India rank. Apart from this, he also scored 250 out of 390 in BITSAT, 99.35 percentile in the CET exam, and 2,608 All India rank in the KVPY exam in the Essex category. I request Pushkin's parents to come on stage and share their experience with FITJEE.
Good morning, all students, teachers, respected guests. Yes, regarding the experience, I would like to definitely say that FITJEE has been doing commendable job, and all the staff members, they have put in their best, and it's the hard work that I can see the results in Pushkin. Thank you, FITJEE, for the work.
Moving on, we have a special achiever, Vyomini Kapse. She used to counsel students of Standard 10 while she was in Standard 11. As social initiatives, she took classes of underprivileged students and helped them in understanding mathematics and other subjects regularly. She had a great command on different languages, and she's a great poet. Her poetry book, The Poetry Realm, is published internationally. Vyomini is currently studying economic and international relations at the New York University, and so she wasn't able to come here today. I request her parents to please come up and share their experience with FITJEE.
Good morning, all of you. Thank you so much. I'm really falling short of words, but thank you so much. And yes, FITJEE and HFS has been really, really kind to my daughter. Thank you so much.
I would now like to request Dr. Hiranandani to please come up on stage and felicitate our outstanding rankers. Next up, we have Vishnu Prasannan. Vishnu Prasannan has scored 90% in the ISC examinations, 98.730 percentile in JEE mains, which is equivalent to 11,625 All India rank. Qualified for JEE Advanced and scored 7,075 All India rank. He also scored 99.57 percentile in the CET exam. Vishnu, please come forward with your parents and speak about your journey at FITJEE. Kushagra Kapoor secured 96% in ISC examinations. His percentile in JEE mains was 99.739, which is equivalent to rank 2,440. His All India rank in JEE Advanced was 3,414. Kushagra also excelled in BITSAT with a score of 300 out of 390. Please come up on stage with your parents and share your journey with us.
Good morning, respected Niranjan sir, principal ma'am, Mohit sir, teachers, and all my dear friends. It's been a 7-year-long journey of mine in this esteemed school, the Hiranandani Foundation School, Thane. I entered the school as a young science enthusiast with the dream of getting into an IIT one day, and I depart from this school getting into the IIT that I dreamt of. Thank you. As I start to think about it, I realized that this wouldn't have been possible without my school and FITJEE teachers who guided me along the way, stood with me in my ups and downs, and whom I leave this year with my heart full of love, respect, and precious moments to cherish. I started my JEE preparation just as the pandemic phase began in India. At the start, I wondered how we would fare in these testing times when everything was locked up, even our school. Being an interactive student by nature, I got worried knowing that offline classes won't take place. But when online classes started, it was as though nothing had changed. Such was the environment created by our school and FITJEE teachers. I would like to thank my teachers for this and making learning fun and exciting, even in these unprecedented times. I would also like to take this opportunity to promise my parents, teachers, and peers that I will definitely make you all proud in my ensuing endeavors. It has been a beautiful journey in this school, and I look forward to keep in touch with everyone in this lovely August gathering. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Surya Anand, who has scored 94% in ISC examinations. He qualified JEE mains, and his All India rank was 2,563, which is 99.723 percentile. He secured an All India rank of 1,382 in JEE Advanced. He scored 277 out of 390 in his BITSAT paper. He got a rank of 2,227 in KVPY Essex category. Surya was among the top 1% students in the Physics Olympiad. Please come forward with your parents. Next, Yashovardhan Roy, who scored 95% in his ISC examinations. He obtained an All India rank of 1,036 in his JEE mains paper, which is 99.894 percentile. In his JEE Advanced, Yashovardhan scored an All India rank of 999. In addition to this, he also got 332 out of 390 in his BITSAT paper and got a rank of 482 in KVPY SA category and AIR 2073 in KVPY Essex category. Yashovardhan secured a percentile of 99.962 in his CET examinations. Yashovardhan, please come forward with your parents. Aditya Kapoor, scoring 98% in his ISC examinations, secured a rank of 152 in his JEE mains paper, which is 99.98 percentile, an AIR of 843 in JEE Advanced, 304 out of 390 in BITSAT, 99.907 in CET, AIR 801 in KVPY SA category, and AIR of 512 in KVPY Essex category. Aditya, please come on stage with your parents. Our last and final achiever of the day, the HFSTHANE topper. Please, a big round of applause for Anirudh Sai Krishnan. Anirudh scored 96% in his ISC examinations, his JEE mains percentile being 99.590, whose rank equivalent is 3,791. He scored an extraordinary All India rank of 581 in JEE Advanced, a BITSAT score of 297 out of 390, and a KVPY rank of 1791 in Essex category. I request Anirudh to please come forward with his proud parents. Congratulations to all the rankers. Teachers encourage minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love. Behind the success of every student is the relentless effort of our dedicated teachers. We would like to thank our FITG faculty of Prabhat sir, Varun sir, Amit sir, Anuj sir, Vikas sir, Sanjeev sir, and Prabhakar sir, along with the team of our ISC teachers, Mariam ma'am, Shilma ma'am, Uma ma'am, Suchitra ma'am, Kiran ma'am, Ipshita ma'am, and Jyoti ma'am, for their constant support and guidance, which have made our students do wonders and make a name of themselves.
Anuj sir has been the HFSTHANE Center Coordinator since 2011 and was previously stationed at Delhi from 2006 to 10. He has mentored thousands of students over the span of his career and has been there from the start of the integrated program in HFS. He has always been passionate about teaching and has been able to connect to the students. Now we have been in Fiji only for 4 months, but have already formed a great repertoire with him. Sir, you have been an inspiration to all of us, and we would like to thank you for your constant help and guidance.
Thank you, Niranjan sir, for coming here and giving us a complete platform where we are nurturing the career of the students. Respected Mohit sir, thank you very much for coming. Respected Neelu ma'am, thank you very much. And dear parents, keeping faith in us in pandemic time, never you have called कि आप ऑफलाइन शुरू करिए, ऑनलाइन में कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कभी आपने कुछ नहीं बोला, and the end result is very good. We all are happy today. The journey of HFS began with one student, and I love him, even Mr. Vikas Sharma. We both taught him. Today he is in Silicon Valley. This is the first student we taught in the year 2011. These all are his achievements while he was in school. ISC 95.2%, Mains AIR 971, Advanced AIR 2461, BitSet 380 score, MST CET 172 score, Chemistry Olympiad, Physics Olympiad, KBPY SX category, and ISI qualified. Indian Statistical Institute, he qualified. He did his master's from University of California, and he is a Google scholar. He has many patents in USA. Now, at present, he is senior machine learning engineer in Adobe. तो फिटजी एंड एचएफएस की शुरुआत इसी बच्चे से हुई 2011 में. इस बच्चे की एक स्टोरी बताना चाहूँगा आप लोगों को. सर देवराज के बारे में थोड़ा सा बच्चों को बताना चाहेंगे. So in 2011 he came to, that time FITG integrated tie-up HFS के साथ में नहीं था, and he used to come to FITG Thane Center, which is near station, railway station. So till 1:15 he used to take classes here in HFS. After that, traveling till station, and 4:30 to 8:45 he used to attend classes there. By I think 9:15, 9:30 he was reaching home, and after that hardly 1 or 2 hours time he studied. Saturday and Sunday, entire Saturday Sunday he was devoted in his homework. पूरा 2 साल बच्चे का traveling classes इसी में निकला. And that time we were thinking कि ऐसा कुछ FITG classes arrange हो जाए HFS के अंदर या हिरनदानी campus में, so that बच्चों को traveling ना करना पड़े. Then we approached to Hirandani Foundation School. We discussed about the integrated tie-up program. Principal ma'am agreed, and we started the program here. तो देवराज बासु से ही ये शुरुआत हुई है, तो आज उसके पेरेंट को यहाँ पे बुलाया है. सर, वी आर ग्लैड यू आर हियर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. सर, समथिंग यू वांट टू स्पीक? No problem.
Good morning, my Hirandani friends, our honorable guest, Niranjan Andani sir, Nirvamba madam, and all the teachers of FITG. I must say it's been a wonderful journey for Devraj. When I put him in the school, he was in his 2nd standard, and he did his 10th from here, and then he did his 12th. So I must thank all the teachers here, the kind of inspiration he got from this school. And of course, my wife Arita used to be after him all the time. And after his 10th, of course, that was in 2011, he did pretty well. But I am personally a student of economic statistics and finally did management, so I had no idea about FITG. So a friend of mine from Calcutta told me that FITG is an all-India organization. Why don't you try, if your son is interested in engineering, why don't you try for him FITG? So I Googled for Mumbai or FITG office. And then that time there was no integrated course or anything here in school. So I went to the FITG office near Thane station and then met Anuj sir first. And after talking to him, really, I must say, I thought that my son will be in good hands. And I really got so much of encouragement from Anuj sir. So there was no second thoughts. So he joined FITG. And of course, Anuj sir has rightly mentioned, there was a lot of hard work he had to do. He had to do school from here. And then used to go to Fiji, and in the night around 9:30, 10 o'clock used to come back. So, and after that used to study till late night. So it was 2 years was real grill, but finally qualified the All India, the mains and then the advanced. And like, all this, which I knows I have forgotten also now. It's been quite some time. And I must thank Anuj sir, Vikas sir, another sir was there, Abhishek sir, I think he is not there with Fiji. And whatever Devraj is today is because of the school, Nirulamba madam and all the teachers, Anuj sir today. So we are enjoying this success. And all their blessings are with him, I'm sure. Unfortunately, he works in Silicon Valley, he couldn't come. So when I told him, he was so excited, he said, Papa, you must go. So that's why. Thank you so much, and I all wish that your children will also do equally well and much better than what Debraj has achieved. I really feel proud when I come to this school, and I'm coming after so many years. I really feel proud when I meet Niranjan sir today after so many years. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So now, quickly, I will present some data. सभी लोगों ने बहुत कुछ बोला है, अभी मेरे पास शब्द नहीं है, but data will speak, okay? So let me present some data of past 7 years.
स्टूडेंट्स HFS में हम लोगों ने जब स्टार्ट किया था तो मुझे याद आ रहा है इनफैक्ट देवराज यूज टू से कि लाइक सर अगर हमारे पास हिरानंदानी फाउंडेशन के साथ इंटीग्रेटेड होता तो माइट बी पॉसिबल दैट रैंक वुड बी मच बेटर. But one thing I must say, like whenever there is like a class in the morning, then they're just going to be like Fiji and all, then they don't have the time. And at that moment, we has to like think, okay, if suppose we had like tie up with the HFS, it would be better. But sometimes it might be possible that the students having a more time, तो distraction भी ज़्यादा होते हैं. ध्यान रखिएगा कि लाइक इफ़ यू हैव लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम तो डेफिनेटली आजकल तो कुछ ऑनलाइन होने से पहले हम लोग बोलते थे कि भाई मोबाइल से दूर रहिए. आजकल तो बोला जाता है कि ओके यू हैज़ टू बी देयर इन ऑनलाइन. तो ध्यान रखिएगा एग्जैक्टली कि इट इज़ लाइक कहते हैं ना कि दुधारी तलवार है. आपके पास टाइम भी ज़्यादा है तो डिस्ट्रैक्शन भी ज़्यादा है. तो इंटीग्रेटेड के स्टूडेंट देखिए अगर वो चाहें तो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं और एग्जाम्पल आप लोगों के सामने है. तो डेफिनेटली आप लोगों को ये ध्यान रखना है कि लाइक इफ़ यू हैव टाइम देन यू हैज़ टू बी मोर केयरफुल.
So, as I said, 2014, we started the batch in Hirandani Foundation School. So this is the data we managed to form a batch of 32. Out of 32, 14 qualified in mains and 5 finally in advance. In this batch, one student was there, Mayank Vaidya. That year, in the year 2016, when result came, so he was the Thane city topper in ISC. Along with a good rank in IIT, and he got IIT Patna Computer Science. Now he is doing job in Amazon as a computer software engineer.
यहाँ पे एक और चीज़ ऐड करना चाहता हूँ. एग्जैक्टली देन वी आर जस्ट स्टार्टिंग इंटीग्रेटेड विद द HFS. तो मैं और अनुज सर बैठे थे, इनफैक्ट सोच रहे थे और बोल रहे थे कि एग्जैक्टली एटलीस्ट एक रैंक आ जानी चाहिए. बट इट वाज लाइक सपोर्ट ऑफ नीलू मैम एंड स्कूल. 5 रैंक्स हम लोगों ने फर्स्ट ईयर में वहाँ पे देखा था.
So now moving on the next year, 2015-17 batch, again we form a batch of 32. We were focusing on a single batch. Multiple batches manage करना थोड़ा मुश्किल था. एक ही batch form किया, 32. 18 qualified in mains and 8 finally got rank in IIT. This batch was very energetic batch. 2016-18. Total 33 students were there. 22 qualified in mains, and finally 11 got rank in IIT. And the best rank from this batch was Emmanuel Williams, 369. So next 2017-19 batch, we formed 2 batches first time. And 32 qualified in mains, and finally 15 ranks in JEE Advance. After that, year on year, students were increasing in the batch. So 70 students, 2 batches, 30 qualified in mains and 12 qualified in advance. And this is the year when in the month of March, lockdown लगा. And paper examination हुआ इनका करीब जून में. तो वो last का 4-5 months थोड़ा disturb रहा. That's why some of the rank suffered. Anyway, next year, 68 students, 35 qualified in mains and 18. This is the biggest number, 18 in advance. And because of lockdown, again, there is a dip in admissions, but ठीक है, 49 students were there, 21 qualified in advance, and 14 got rank in IIT. So this is the percentage in JEE Advance finally, 2016, 15.63, 17, 25%, 18, 33.33%, 19, 23.1, 20, 17.14, 21, 26.5, and 22, 28.6%. So this is the final result in JEE Advance. There are some extraordinary achievements. Debraj Basu, already we introduced him. And the next student, Nihar Bete, he did IIT Powai Mechanical, and after that, he did his master's from MIT, the world top university. He is from your school. And one thing I want to mention here, Nihar used to take part in a lot of debates. And believe me, apart from PCM, there are many other activities which matters a lot at a certain age. So when he decorated his resume and he put that, debate competitions, he, after HFS, when he went to IIT Powai, so inter-IIT debate competitions at state level, at national level, he participated. So he put that in his resume, and along with other achievements which are written here, so he got opportunity to study in MIT. Okay. Now, at present, he is senior associate consultant at Bain and Company in Mumbai only. So let's clap for him. Now next is Emmanuel Williams. This is 2017-19 batch. And he is most sincere boy. मैंने इससे sincere बच्चा आज तक देखा नहीं है. Whatever teacher say, next day सारा काम पूरा मिलेगा. And पता नहीं कैसे करता है. रात को 10 बजे के बाद सोने का है, सुबह 7 बजे उठने का है. Entire day, he made entire day efficient. रात को कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है, सारा काम दिन में करना है. IIT का एग्जाम भी दिन में होता है. कभी भी इसकी तरफ से कुछ ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि हमें बोलना पड़ा दोबारा. So you can look at his achievements. ISC 97.8, Mains AIR 336, Advanced 369, VITSET 396, MST CET 182 out of 200 score. He was under 100 in Maharashtra that time. KBPY 116, in essay category, SX 169, Physics Olympiad at national level total 35 children select होते हैं students. So he was one of them that time. and he has placed in his core field job in Honeywell company in India. Right now he is doing his final year, 5th year in IIT Pabai, electrical branch.
एक स्टूडेंट ये स्टूडेंट एक ऐसा है कि लाइक यू कैन टेक लॉट्स ऑफ लाइक जैसे अनु सर ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि एक्चुअली बहुत ही सिस्टमेटिक मुझे याद है एग्जैक्टली कि लाइक व्हेन he just qualified for the JEE Advance, and then he just given us to a bunch of the books actually. Each and everything, like if you just start from our package, then it is like archive. You people are just must aware of that actually. That previous year's IIT JEE problems. Each and every questions in that one, it is mentioned over there. It is like if it is a doubt over there, then he just mentioned this. After that, exactly, if it is cleared, then he also mentioned exactly that what was that exactly, like what we have just given him some information to just crack that. इस स्टूडेंट से काफ़ी इंस्पिरेशन ले सकते हैं आप लोग. मैंने कहा just mention exactly already. Each and everything was there in the bunch of the books. 2-3 days before exactly, we were just discussing, okay, there is a felicitation programs in like HFS. Then I discussed with Anuj sir, like some of the guys are there actually, like जिनका JEE advance rank आया है. तो हम सोच रहे थे exactly कि इस स्टूडेंट पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट्स का जो सिंसियरिटी लेवल था एंड कुछ यहाँ पे बच्चे हैं उनका माइंड अगर ये कंबाइन कर जाता इनफैक्ट इट वाज लाइक AIR 50 और might be possible AIR 10 as well. तो you can take lots of inspiration. It is a systematic plan. I must to added here exactly that Mahesh sir is there exactly, and Niranjan sir was asking exactly to Mahesh sir actually what you people are just doing exactly just to get this extraordinary result over there. So he rightly said exactly we are just not doing some differently exactly. We are just making students just think independently. We are just making them exactly to just realize, okay, you have something and you can do anything, whatever you just want to do in your life. So I think that's all.
And next coming boy is my favorite, Ankan Mukherjee. See, एक बात आप लोग को बतानी है. अगर ये बच्चा अपना रिज्यूमे में ये सारे अचीवमेंट्स लिख देगा तो इंटरव्यूअर इंटरव्यू नहीं लेगा, कहेगा ऐसे ही आ जाओ भाई आप. ठीक है. These all are national level exams, and in all each and every exam he did very well. Like in ISI Kolkata AIR 3, All India rank 3, it's very tough exam. KBPY All India rank 35. RMO 3rd in Mumbai region. NTSC Thane city topper. INJSO at national level, he was among 35 candidates at national level. BIT set 403 out of 450. MST CT 99.93. Advanced AIR 1202 and mains 455. ISC 98.2. इंटरव्यूअर जब ये सारे अचीवमेंट्स देखेगा कि ये बच्चे ने क्लास 12 तक ये सारी चीज़ें अचीव की हैं, तो रियली मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि यू कैन आल्सो डेकोरेट योर रिज्यूमे बाय पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन सच एग्जामिनेशंस. इनकी बहुत वैल्यू होती है. ये सारे नेशनल लेवल के एग्जामिनेशंस हैं. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि बच्चे ये बोलते हैं कि सर क्या फ़ायदा, नेशनल लेवल का एग्ज़ाम है, हम क्वालिफाई नहीं होंगे. बट इफ़ यू ट्राई एंड जो लर्निंग होती है, लर्निंग एप्टीट्यूड जो डेवलप होता है वो आगे बहुत काम में आता है. तो आई हाईली रिकमेंड कि हर बच्चा ये एग्ज़ाम लिखे. सक्सेस हो या ना हो वो बात की बात है, बट ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट सिटिंग हियर शुड राइट दीज काइंड ऑफ एग्जामिनेशंस. ओके, so these are the top rankers from your school from 2014. Rohan Ishwar 321. Emmanuel Williams 369, Nihar Bete 536, Anirudh Sai Krishnan 581, Kushagra Agrawal 787, Harshit Parva 836, Aditya Gupta 843, Yashovardhan Rai 999, Ankan Mukherjee 1202, Surya Anand 1382, and Suneet Iyer 1537. These are the best rank till now from your school. And out of these 11, 4 are from this year only. 4 बच्चे इसी साल आए हैं. अच्छा, बॉयज़ ने तो बहुत अच्छा किया, आप गर्ल्स की बारी है. देखते हैं गर्ल्स ने कैसा किया अब तक. अच्छा, one thing I want to mention here, in all the IITs, NITs, triple ITs, there is called supernumerary seats for girls. In 2018, across all the IITs, the male and female ratio was 8 versus 92. 8% girls and 92% boys till 2018. Then Government of India have introduced the concept of supernumerary seats, and they have increased the ratio 14% girls and remaining boys. So they have included, added some additional seats. It's not a reservation. Seats increase किए गए. तो 2018 onward आपके स्कूल से हर साल 2-3 लड़कियां जरूर जा रही हैं आईआईटी में. तो देखते हैं कौन कौन है. महिका जोगस्ते, All India rank 287. She is studying into IIT Gandhinagar Computer Science. Himadri, 5,654 in IIT Kharagpur. Ishika Verma, 7,258 in IIT Delhi. Nandini Jain, 11,009 in IIT BHU Electricals. Jana Shah, 11,733. She took admission in BITS Hyderabad now. She is doing her masters. Devika, this year 9,500. Tejaswani, 12,293. Sorali, 21,893. Madhura, 22,603. Devika, again Devika, 22,770. And Simiran, 24,566. See, यहाँ जितने भी गर्ल्स स्टूडेंट बैठे हैं, आप लोग को बता देते हैं कि ऑल आईआईटीज़, एनआईटीज़, ट्रिपल आईटीज़ में अभी एडमिशन इजी हो गया है फॉर फीमेल कैंडिडेट्स बिकॉज ऑफ सुपर न्यूमरी सीट्स. इफ़ यू आर एबल टू मैनेज 15,000, 16,000 रैंक इन आईआईटी बाय डूइंग 15-20% पेपर ऑफ जेईई एडवांस, यू विल गेट आईआईटी. केवल 15 से 20% पेपर सॉल्व करना है, आपको आईआईटी मिल जाएगा. So it's a motivation for all the girls. Now, this is the entire success story of FITGE in HFS. Not only in IIT, in all the dimensions like ISC, MST CET, BITSET, JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, this is the statistics. See, बहुत सारे बच्चे ये बोलते हैं कि ISC tough है. ISC tough नहीं है, ISC is a very rich curriculum. The content is very rich. I do believe कि अगर आप ISC का syllabus pursue करते हैं, तो without any coaching, you can crack BITSET, CET, JEE Mains exam. हाँ, advance के लिए आपको ज़रूर कुछ high level की preparation करनी होगी, but till mains you can manage through ISC curriculum only, without any coaching. इतना डेप्थ में उसका सिलेबस है. एंड फाइनली लास्ट ईयर हम लोगों ने एक लिस्ट कंपाइल की है कि यहाँ एचएफएस से जब बच्चे पास आउट होते हैं तो कहाँ एडमिशन लेते हैं. तो वी ट्राई टू कंपाइल वन लिस्ट.
your joy, give glory to God. Lift up your hearts and sing. Our school on Hiranandani Estate, vision of founders fulfilled. Bless this our school, O Lord. Students here and staff so kind. Parents well wishes to we pray to thee. Work for all that's noble and pure. Bring out your joy, give glory to God. Lift up your hearts and sing. Our school on Hiranandani Estate, vision of founders fulfilled. Make us good instruments of service, Lord. A sound mind and a sound body. Where within our lives battlefield, may righteousness and truth prevail. Bring out your joy, give glory to God. Lift up your hearts and sing. Our school on Hiranandani Estate, vision of founders fulfilled. Give us the spirit of understanding, Lord, in prayers about to draw near to thee. Our games through fairness and sportsmanship, with peace, joy, love and loyalty. Bring out your joy, give glory to God. Lift up your hearts and sing. Our school on Hiranandani Estate, vision of founders.